So to answer question 1, we first need to distribute a 2 and a -3. That simply means we're getting rid of the brackets. So this will be a 2y minus 6 plus 3y. Okay? And from this point, we now group the like terms. So we're going to have a 2y plus 3y minus 6. And this, of course, right here, when we add 2 plus 3, will give us a 5. That's a 5y. And minus 6, it will be minus 12. And this is our answer. We check out the next question. Please. All right, so for question 2, we've been asked to evaluate the fourth root of 16 over 8. So we're finding the fourth root of the fraction 16 over 81 raised to power 3. So here, without wasting our time, we're going to say equal to the fourth root of 16 over the fourth root over 81. And we should not forget a power 3. Okay, so because this is a fraction, the number that is on top will be evaluated separately, and also the number that is below will also be evaluated separately. And for the power here, we leave it the way it is right up there. So before we find the fourth root over 16, I'll let you understand that when we write 2 power 4, this of course will give us a 16. 2 power 4 is a 16. And if you can see, this is the fourth root. Fourth root simply means 1 over 4, power 1 over 4. So if we were to simplify this, okay, we're going to have a fourth root of 2 power 4, which is equal to 2 power 4 over a 4. You see, this fourth root is the same as power 1 over 4. So this will cancel out. We shall remain with a 2. And here, it will just be a 2 over the same with this one. Okay? This is the same as 3 power 4. Okay? 81 is 3 power 4. Meaning this will be the fourth root over 3 power 4, of which this will just be a 3 power 4 over 4, which is equal to a 3. So down here, it will be a 3. And this is our answer. So in other ways, when they say find the fourth root of some number, it means find the square root of that number 2 times. So that's the fourth root. Let's check out the next question and see what we're supposed to do on the next question. All right, so this question will be factorized by grouping. So the first thing that we're going to do will be to group. So after grouping, we factor out the common factor from each group. So there's this group and this group. So what is a common factor here? It's a b. So we're going to say equal to b. So b into 2ab, that will simply give us a 2a. b into minus 3b, that's a minus 3. We come to this second group. We also factor out what is common, and that's a 5. So 5 into 10a, that's a 2a. 5 into negative 15, it's a negative 3. So now at this point, we can see that there is a common binomial which has appeared. So this binomial has appeared right here. So we shall now factorize this binomial. That is a 2a minus 3. So 2a minus 3 into b, 2a minus 3 inside the brackets. That will simply give us a b. 2a minus 3 into 5, open bracket, 2a minus 3 close. That will simply be equal to a 5. So this is common and it has been factored out. We've remained with a b plus a 5, which is this one. And this is our answer. This is how we get to factorize. Let's go to the next question. Okay, so right here, we solve this equation. We've got 1 over 2 multiplied by x power 2 minus 8 is equal to 0. So for this equation to be solved, we'll first clear the fraction. So this denominator right here, we'll clear it. That's the first thing that we need to do. So we are going to multiply each term by the denominator, which is here, which is a 2. So when we say 2 times 1 over 2 times x squared, so this will give us x power 2. And then 2 times negative 8, it's negative 16. 2 times 0, that will give us a 0. So this is our new equation. Or if you want, you can move this negative 8 to this side, and then you cross multiply. It's all the same, it's one and the same. So the reason why I don't want to move negative 8, I want to show you that there are two methods that you can apply right here. One of the methods is a difference of two squares. So this is where I can say x power 2 minus 4 power 2 is equal to 0. Okay, so this is difference of two squares. You can say x plus 4x minus 4 is equal to 0. So I'm not going to jump into details on how difference of two squares must be done. You can research about that. When you've got two bases here and the powers, power 2, there's a minus sign. You get this, you put a plus, the same thing, you put a minus. So we can form two equations, or x minus 4 is equal to 0. So this will be x is equal to negative 4. One of the solutions, the other one is x is equal to a 4. So this is how you use difference of two squares. If you don't want to go this long way, you can simply say x power 2 minus 16 is equal to 0 here. So from this stage, you can say x power 2 is equal to 16. You take square root of both sides, square root over 16. So positive or negative, this will simply give us a positive or negative 4, because the square root of 16 is a 4. And here we can say x is equal to 4, or x is equal to negative 4. So we're getting the same solution. So let's go to the next question and we'll see what we're supposed to do. This question right here, we've been told to describe the shaded region using set notation. Basically, what we need to do here, we have to understand that here we only need to get elements that are found in set A only. Okay, set A only. So if you're able to see here, this is A, okay, minus, okay, A minus this part, B union C. So this is B union C. We are subtracting that. I'm not encouraging you to leave your answer like this. So in mathematics, you have to know that minus simply means a complement. So of course, this is the complement of this. So this will be A, okay, intersect B union C, complement. So how did I get to know? Okay, that I'm supposed to put intersection here. This is intersection. Of course, the B union C complement, don't get what is in B and what? And C. You get what is outside. So if I put union here, it will include what is outside all the circles. So that's why I decided to put intersection, because I know that I'm only getting elements in A, and this is A. But there is B union C complement. So you have to be very careful on what you're supposed to put here, if it's intersection or union. And it's very important that you test. So you can try intersection here and then come and list the elements if it's going to work out. If it doesn't give you that region, you try to do something else, or union. Okay, so this is our answer. Okay, let's check out the next question and see what. All right, so the next question that we have here, it's on shares, okay, and dividend. So the question reads, a company with 600 shares declared a dividend of 56,000 kwacha. What amount will Betty receive for her 36 shares? So in order for us to answer this question, we need first to calculate total dividend, which will be equal to dividend over total shares. Okay, so here we're simply going to say, what is a dividend here? The total dividend is 56,000 over the total number of shares. It's 6,000. So these zeros and here they'll cancel out. We shall remain with 56 over 6. So now, remember in paper 1, you're not allowed to use a calculator. So to divide that one, you're just going to use long division. You say 56 there, and then 6 into 56, that is a 54. Okay, sorry. 6 into 56, that is a 9. So 9 times 6, that will give us a 54. So minus, here it will be a 2. 6 into 2, it can't. We put a point, then bring a 0. 6 into 20, it's a 3. 3 times 6, that is 18. We subtract to give us a 2. 2 into 6, it can't. Bring a 0. 6 into 20, it's a 3. Here, 18. If you can see, it's repeating. Okay, so this will give us a 9.33. So we found, okay, the value of each share. Actually, here, though I've said total dividend is supposed to be the value of each share. So now we know that each share is costing 9.33. So we're going to say multiplied by 36. Okay, so multiplying this by 36, again, we're going to say 9.33 and 36 there, times here 6 times 3, we're getting 18. Here 18 plus 1, 19. Here it's a 54 plus 1, it's a 55. Okay, we come to this, it's a 9 here, 9 here, a 27. We add, we're getting 8. 8 here, it's giving us a 14, so it will be 5, which is a 15. Here when we add, we're getting a 12 plus 1, it's a 13. 3, a 2 there plus 1, it's a 3. So we count the number of decimal places, it's 3, so we shall say 1 2. I mean, it's 2 actually, 1 2. So this is giving us a 3. Okay, 3 5.88, so 0.88. we can round off that this is a 336. So this is the amount of money which Bet got. So now for the first term to be found, we're simply going to say term, so that's T subscript N is equal to 2N minus 3. So just say T, that's a term, subscript N is equal to what they've given us here. So since it's a first term, our N will be equal to 1. 1 stands for first. So wherever we see N, we will substitute a 1. And this is how it's going to look like. So 2 minus 3 will give us a minus 1. So without wasting our time, we can say the first term is a negative 1. Okay. So now let's find the common difference when we've been given the sum, which is 48, for the first 8 terms. So sum of the first 8 terms, which is a 48. For this one, of course, without wasting our time, we're going to use the formula for sum. So in paper 1, this is the formula for sum, which you need to know. Okay. So out of this formula, when you look at the question, what are we finding? We are finding the value of D. Let me write down the data for you. So I'm going to say data here. Okay. So our sum is 48. Our N is 8. It's coming from here and here. Our A, in our previous question, we find the first term to be equal to negative 1, which is A. So we found everything that we need to use. And the question is asking us to find the value of D. So we can say 48 is equal to 8 over 2. I'm getting this information from our data. Open bracket, 2, negative 1, plus 8 minus 1, D, and close. So this will be a 48 is equal to 4. 2 in itself, it's a 1. In 8, it's a 4. So with 4, open bracket, negative 2. 2 times negative 1, it's a negative 2, plus 7D. That is 8 minus 1, it's a 7. 7 multiplied by D, that is a 7D. And from here, we can divide by 4, because this 4 is supposed to be multiplied by everything that is inside. Since it's multiplication, we can divide by that 4 both sides. So the 4 and the 4 will go. 4 into 4, 1. In 48, it's a 12. So we've got 12 equal to negative 2 plus 7D. So 12 plus 2 is equal to 7D. This is a 14 equal to 7D divide by 7 by 7. This and this will go. The value of D will be equal to a 2. Because 7 itself, it's a 1. 14, it's a 2. And this is how it's coming about. So let's check out the next question and also see what we're supposed to do. Okay, so for this question, we've been told to find the transpose. That's question A. So for question A, they're saying we find A or capital letter T. So the capital letter T simply means the transpose. And what you're going to do here is just to change the column, become a row. So that is a negative 1, 3, and 1. And also this other column will become a row. 204. So this is what we need to do when it comes to transpose. Just change the column, let it become the row like this. And please note that you always need to start with the first entries. Okay. Now for question B, here you are multiplying. Okay. There is this matrix multiplied by the other matrix. So the row will be multiplied by the column equal to the top entry. So this is top will be equal to this. This multiplied by this will be equal to the bottom entry. So that will be a negative 2 times 3 will give us a negative 6. 1 times 1 will give us a plus 1, which is equal to negative 5. We're done with this one, equal to this one. We come to the second row, that is x times 3 will give us a 3x. And then negative 2 times 1, that will be equal to negative 2, equal to 7. Okay? So if you're able to see nicely on top here, this will be equal to negative 5, which is equal to negative 5. Obviously, this is negative 5, and when we work out here, we're getting a negative 5. For this one, we solve for x. 3x is equal to 7 plus a 2. 3x is equal to a 9. Divide by 3. By 3, this and this will go, x will be equal to a 3. That is a 3 into 3, 1. Into 9, that's a 3, and this is what we have. Okay, so the probability that gift will be late for a job interview is 0.05. Okay, what is the probability that he will be late for the interview? So look at this. There is probability of being late plus probability of not being late. So these two, when added, they must give us a 1. You must know that the rule of probability, when you add two events, you must get a 1. For example, the probability of something happening plus the probability of something not happening, it must be giving you a 1, or it must give you a 1. That's a rule of probability. So in our question here, they've given us this, which is the probability of not, okay? Should I say the probability of this gift being late for interview? So late, it's 0.05. So probability of being late, that's what you're looking for, plus 0.05 is equal to 1. So this will be a probability of being late equal to 0, should I say 1 minus 0.05. This is giving us a 0.95. So this is a 0.95, which is the probability of being late. So to the people wondering, because we're not supposed to use a calculator for this question, have managed to get this. So you can see that we put a 1, which is a 1 number. So we shall say 0.00, okay? Because it's 2 decimal places. So we're going to put the zeros here. And here we say 0.05. Since we are subtracting, we shall say minus, this minus. Here we borrow a 1, here this becomes a 9, here it becomes a 10. So 10 minus 5, it's a 5. 9 minus 0, it's a 9 point. This is a 0. 0 minus 0, it's a 0. So this is how we got a 0.95. So for the next question, we are told to solve the equation. So let me copy the equation. Equation B, we've got a 2 power x minus 1 equal to a 4, right? So now, to solve the equation here, we must know the issue of writing this equation as a 2 power 2 to the right hand side. We know that this will give us a 4. Now that we've got the same bases, we can equate the exponents. That is x minus 1 equal to a 2. Okay, so x is equal to 2 plus a 1. X will simply be equal to a 3 because 2 plus 1 will give us a 3. Okay, so that's it.